Particles add a lot to the game's juice. Everything feels just better with them and they give the player some visual feedback. And because they are such a key element to a good game, I made this video here to tell you the most important things about particle effects. I will begin with that in just a few seconds, but I want to introduce myself in case you don't know me. My name is Daniel and I'm making a shoot 'em up roguelike game called Azor. First in this video I will talk about explosion effects, then ambience effects, and lastly about layering with particles. So for explosions we first need to spawn the particles in bursts. I also changed some properties that have to do with lifetime and size of the particles. And when you randomize this and other information, it will just look a bit more polished and interesting. We also got size of a lifetime, which we can shrink the particles over time with. One important criteria is that the particles should punch when spawning, and then they get a tad slower. For the final polish I just add some better graphics and colors. Explosions are cool and all, but what does that look like when I want to make ambience particles? Instead of spawning them in bursts, we will spawn them constantly. We also tick the checkbox that says pre-warm and choose the right values for lifetime, color and size. A bit of randomness here as well. Another thing I really like to add to my ambience particles is a bit of noise to the movement. If you want to, you can also add size or color over lifetime. Lastly, I just tweaked a few numbers and this is how it turned out. And last but definitely not least on this list, there's layering particles. Layering gives the particles more depth and complexity. You can layer particles by combining different types of these or variations of the same type. When I make explosions, I usually make the explosion itself, a bigger impact and some smaller dust particles. In case of ambience particles, I can combine the same type but blurred and smaller. Or I can combine different types, like flowers combined with leaves or rain combined with wind. And this is basically all I need to say about layering. I hope you now have a better understanding of particles. If you still do have a few questions, let me know in the comments and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And with all of that said, I'd highly appreciate it if you subscribed and left a like. I hope I'll see you next time. Cheers.